You know what mistake I see all the time? People book a week in Princeville because the photos look amazing. Then January rolls around, it rains for 4 days straight. The bridge to Hanalei closes, and suddenly they're trapped in their hotel wondering why nobody warned them. I'm Marcie, and this is Hawaii Travel Made Easy. Picking where to stay on Kauai actually matters. Let me break it down. You're trying to figure out where to stay on Kauai. North Shore, South Shore, East Side, West Side, and every blog you read says something completely different. I get why this is confusing. One person says Poipu is perfect, another person swears by Princeville. Someone else tells you to stay in Kapaa to save money. It's a lot. What I'm going to do is break down what each area is actually like. Not the North Shore's lush and green stuff you can read anywhere, but the details that matter. How much does it really rain? What are the beaches like? How far is the drive? What's the vibe? There's no universal right answer, but there's probably a right answer for your trip. Once you know what each area offers, it gets way easier to decide. Most first-time visitors end up in Poipu. There's a good reason. Poipu gets 30 to 40 inches of rain a year. The North Shore, 85 inches. So yeah, Poipu is the sunny side. Even in winter when the rest of Kauai can be soggy, Poipu stays pretty dry. If you're coming from Chicago in February and just need guaranteed beach weather, this is your spot. The beaches are super family-friendly too. Poipu Beach Park has a natural protected lagoon that's calm enough for little kids. There are lifeguards. Monk seals nap on the sand sometimes. My kids absolutely lost their mind at Koloa Landing Resort because that pool area is ridiculous. It's voted best pool in America 6 years running, and I totally get why. You're only 20 minutes from the airport. After a 6-hour flight, that matters. Downsides? Poipu is popular, so the beaches get crowded. Parking at Poipu Beach Park fills up fast. During peak season, everything feels busier. Also, resort fees. You're looking at $40 to $50 a night on top of your room rate, so build that into your budget. If you're looking at hotels, Koloa Landing has those incredible pools. The Grand Hyatt Kauai has amazing restaurants. My husband and I ate so well there. The Sheraton Kauai Resort is right on Poipu Beach if location is your main thing. North Shore, Princeville and Hanalei. Jaw-dropping mountain views. Everything is lush and green. Beaches that show up in movies. But the rain. You have to understand the rain because this is where people mess up. Princeville gets 78 to 85 inches of rain a year. A lot of it falls overnight or early morning, so you can still get sunny afternoons. But during the wet season, which is November through March, it rains. January and February are the rainiest. And not just light showers, we're talking days of steady rain. When it rains hard for several days, the Hanalei Bridge can close. The rivers flood and they shut it down. If you're staying in Hanalei when that happens, you're stuck. You can't get back to Princeville or anywhere else. I've seen it happen. Also, the winter surf. November through March, the North Shore gets massive waves, the kind pro surfers travel for, which means beaches that are perfect for snorkeling in summer become completely unsafe for swimming in winter. You're not getting in the water at Tunnels Beach in January. The airport to Princeville is 60 to 90 minutes depending on traffic. Once you get to Hanalei, you're basically at the end of the road. So, who belongs here? People who love dramatic scenery, who don't mind the rain, who aren't banking on swimming in calm water every day, who want quiet and remote. It's absolutely stunning. But if you're coming in winter expecting perfect beach days, you'll be disappointed. The east side, Kapaa, Wailua, and Lihue, that's the middle ground. You're 5 to 20 minutes from the airport, so it's super convenient. You're also dead center on the island, so both the North Shore and South Shore are about 30 to 45 minutes away. If you want to explore everything without switching hotels, this works. The rainfall is about 50 inches a year. More than Poipu, way less than Princeville. The weather's usually pretty good. When the North Shore is getting dumped on, the east side often has sun. This is also the most developed part of Kauai. More restaurants, more shopping, grocery stores, and there's Costco. It feels less like a resort area and more like an actual town where people live. The beaches aren't super nice, though. The water can be rougher. You don't get those protected swimming spots like you do in Poipu. They're fine, but they're not what you picture when you think of Hawaii. You will find better deals here. The Royal Sonesta in Lihue has this massive pool. My girlfriends and I spent hours just floating around there. And the Sheraton Coconut Beach in Kapaa is solid too. If you want to be central, save money, and don't need to be on that perfect beach, the east side makes sense. The west side is the driest part of the island, but also the most remote. Waimea and Kekaha, most people don't stay here unless they're serious about hiking Waimea Canyon or they really want to be away from everything. There aren't many hotels. Waimea Plantation Cottages is the main one, and it's more quiet and historic than resort-y. You're 45 minutes from the airport. The beaches can be beautiful but rough. Hanalei is stunning, but the access road is brutal and the surf isn't for casual swimmers. I wouldn't stay here for your whole trip unless you're planning multiple days at Waimea Canyon or Koka'e State Park. But if that's your thing, go for it. First trip to Kauai, have kids, want guaranteed sun and calm beaches? South Shore, Poipu. Want dramatic scenery, don't mind rain, okay with winter surf limiting beach time? North Shore. But pick spring or summer if you can. Want to be central, save money, drive to different parts of the island each day? East Side. Really into hiking and want solitude? West Side. I know some of you are hearing this and still feeling stuck, because there are all these other variables I can't cover in a short episode. What if you're traveling with older parents who can't handle a lot of driving? What if you want to split your stay between two areas but don't know which combination makes sense? What if you care way more about food than beaches? What if you check the weather forecast 2 weeks out and it shows rain everywhere? This is exactly where talking it through with someone who knows the island helps. The right answer for you depends on what you actually care about, not just general advice. If you're feeling overwhelmed by this decision, or honestly, you've read 47 blog posts and they all say different things, and you're more confused than when you started, a consultation can sort it through. We'll look at your specific dates, what matters most to you, who you're traveling with, and figure out what fits. You can book that at hawaiitravelwithkids.com. 4 areas, 4 completely different experiences. Think about what matters most on your trip, and the decision gets clearer. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and leave a review. It helps other listeners find this podcast. Talk to you soon. Mahalo.